All right, welcome back. This is step number 3, and this is the one that we're going to take a little bit more time on. The last one we kind of went through pretty quick, but this one is my heart needs help. And the narrator will start off with, okay, now this step may be the hardest one for some of us. Admitting that my heart needs help. Whether you're an addict and it's obvious that you need help, even though sometimes an addict doesn't realize it as well, or you've been a strong, self-sufficient person all your life and you've never had to reach out for help because you were always so self-sufficient. So it doesn't matter what end of the spectrum that you might be on. Let's go ahead right into some testimonies. I was figuring we would have some more testimonies, maybe 6 testimonies of people that reached a point in their life where they had to ask for help. So maybe an addict that can be reciting that step in the program, whether it's AA or NA, where they admit that their life has become unmanageable and that they need to reach out for help. Or maybe a person went through some very serious trials, difficulties, hardships, and it just knocked them down one step after another to the point where they were down very low, rock bottom perhaps, and then they had to ask for help. Maybe someone who's just scared of dying, a very fearful person that then were brought to a point where they asked for help. Person who's been discontent, discouraged, depressed, very downcast, and maybe even to the point of being suicidal, then they reached out for help. Right, that person that's hopeless and suicidal. Let's have some different testimonies, mix it up, and then maybe just that self-sufficient person that was even close to their deathbed that finally realized, well, I need help. What happens if my heart stops beating? What happens if I can't breathe anymore? That, then the reality of death, comes in, and then they ask for help. So anyway, I have about 6 testimonies, short testimonies, but very powerful. And then the main narrator comes back and says, well, there you have it. You've heard from 6 people that needed help at one point or another in their life. I don't know, your current situation, where you are, whether you could identify with one of those people or not, but I can assure you that you're not alone in your situation, that somebody's experiencing like exactly what you're experiencing, and they've been brought to that point where they've cried out for help and they got it. So just that encouragement there that help is within your reach. You can reach out and grab it. And then I say all of us here at the Heart Test had to reach out for help at one point or another. It's all about making the right choices in life. Maybe you're at a crossroad, even right now, and in your journey through life. What is your response going to be? What are you going to do? We always have a choice through our experiences whether we want to become, bitter, angry, mad, resentful, or whether we just want to say, okay, everybody gets dealt a bad lot in life at times. You got to deal with it. You got to, respond with the deck of cards that you've been given, like the old saying goes. And I refuse to be bitter. I'm going to become better. So you can talk about that. I believe that you wouldn't have, none of us would have made it this far, even through the test, that if we weren't the type of person that wants to better themselves and go to the next step, because you've already went through the next step, learning about the heart, whether you've got an open or closed heart, and now it's whether my heart needs help. So now we come to the end of that. We say, I'm trusting now that you have a desire to continue on with the test. You're almost to the last, most important step, which is step number 5. So you got to hang in there and get to that step. And if you're ready, click on to step number 4 below. If you admit that you've got problems, and your heart needs help, click on that next step below. And otherwise, then you can always leave the test. But that just about wraps it up there for step number 3. My heart needs help. All right, God bless.